Started the stream. All right, I think we actually might be live. I'm checking YouTube real quick. Yes, we are live. There was no pre-show, no theme. We are live here on YouTube. So for those of you that are used to seeing Ryan, I am not Ryan. I have been joined by Mr. Tom or Mr. TTW. So we are underway for the France versus Norway B team, it seems. Found it very interesting, Norway's lineup. Have you seen Norway's lineup yet, Mr. Tom?
I've not. I'm just operating under the assumption that it's 11 Haalands.
Haaland and Odegaard are on the bench. I think Norway have made 10 changes, maybe 11. And France have gone almost full force. They've kept their front four pretty much the same. And I will say it's very interesting from Norway to not have any of really their main starters actually starting today.
Well, yeah, because they're probably going to go. They're already through, aren't they, both teams?
Yeah, both teams are already through, but it's really like Norway are throwing in the towel of not even going to try and go for first spot. If they won today, then they could have topped the group. But they are not today. So I'm given the lineup, I'm kind of expecting France to go on and score 4 goals.
It's reminding me of what your lot did yesterday.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, well, we don't want to risk any injury. We're already through. And you know what? They fully got what they deserved by conceding 3 goals with the late winner. And I opened up X, and all I saw was, oh, well, they were offside. The player was offside. Oh, so much corruption. And also so much corruption in the Australia game. So always an interesting one. Let's see. We will be getting one more guest here at some point. BX Gunner will be joining the chat, or joining the stream, not just the chat.
Yeah, I heard he was going to be making an appearance. So I'm just sorting out my phone.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to figure out. All right, I'm adding you to the stream, BX. Hello.
What? Hold on, I'm trying to fix my camera here. Thing is giving me a problem.
We're all good seeing some sort of Top Gun-esque.
Oh yeah, so the table right here has a bunch of stuff. Give me 1 second. How's everybody doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Trying to cool down. I just turned my air back down.
All right, let me figure out why I can't flip my camera.
Where is this game being streamed at? Here it is.
Okay, hold on.
All right, where's the chat? There's the chat. All right, no one wants to join us in the chat, but usually that's BX's job.
Tell me about it. Who takes over for me when I take the day off?
Yeah, all right. There we go.
This camera's kicking my ass. It doesn't allow me to flip my screen. This is my first time. This is my first time using this restream. So,
are you on your phone?
I am on my phone. Terribly.
On the little next to the little camera thing, it should have a little like pop down. I know that when I've done it on my phone before, it's been like, hey, we've got like 8 different options for all of the cameras that my iPhone had. One of them was like front facing mirror and just regular front facing. But either way, if we can hear your voice, always good to just have an extra voice hanging around.
Appreciate it. I'm kind of disappointed that Haaland's not starting this match.
Haaland, Odegaard, Ryerson, the entire Norway starting 11. I think they would have rather played Ivory Coast than Sweden. Because
Yeah, but this
as it stands, it's France versus Sweden, and Ivory Coast versus Norway.
match right here, between Mbappe and Haaland, this has been like years in the making. Like
And
people have
arguably,
been craving this matchup for ages, and the time it comes around, they're not even playing Haaland. I
yeah,
know. I'm massively disappointed because it's taken Norway forever to make a World Cup. Firstly, then when they finally do fucking make it, and they're firing on all cylinders, like this is like a premier matchup right here. Mbappe against Haaland. These guys were touted as the next, who was gonna be the next football number one after Messi and Ronaldo.
yeah. And then they were like, I think it's actually more on the Norway manager. I think it could have been played out differently, but I mean, France could have also backed up their back line. I mean, Saliba's not starting. Um, I don't think their other usual the PSG guy Marquinhos isn't starting. Um, like even France, I think France have left their front four the same. Well, they've been interchanging Doué and Barcola, um, but I think they've rotated out the back line and part of the midfield where they're two pivots. So, I mean, both teams are through, and if they can just try and prevent injury, I mean, that's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
can definitely see that. Hopefully
all.
they'll make a cameo in the second half, just to give
Yeah.
everybody what they
Well,
wanted to see.
I think if it's a close game, like a one goal game, Norway could say, "Hey, we're gonna bring Holland on, and we're gonna bring Odegaard on." But if it's like if there's a 3 goal difference on either side, which it's probably going to be like a 3-0 to France type situation, like it's they aren't going to bring anyone on, any of their really starting strikers slash Holland coming on if they're down by 3 goals with 20 minutes left. So
Hopefully
always,
they'll meet later on down the line.
yeah,
You know, more
I
in a
think
bigger. Go
this
ahead,
way
sorry.
they will be on the other side of the bracket, so they technically could, if Norway advanced far enough. I think it would be in the final. They could actually make it to face each other again in the final. See, as it stands, Germany versus Paraguay. Paraguay is a third place team. France versus Sweden. South Africa versus Canada is a confirmed one. Netherlands versus Morocco is confirmed. As it stands, Portugal versus Ghana. As it stands, Spain versus Austria. Scheduled United States versus Bosnia. As it stands, Egypt versus South Korea. Scheduled Brazil versus Japan. As it stands, Ivory Coast versus Norway. Um, I think that one would, the only part that would change on that is if Norway wins, then it would be France. As it stands, Mexico versus Scotland. As it stands, England versus Ecuador. As it stands, Argentina versus Uruguay. Australia versus Iran. Switzerland versus Algeria, and Colombia versus Croatia are all as it stands. But Norway, being in the bottom half of the bracket, they would face France again back in the final.
A lot of
Opposite.
potentially good matchups.
Yeah. Let's see. Are you staying cool over there, Mr. Tom?
Yeah,
Not
I've
only
currently
in the
got
dark, but just
yeah.
cooling down.
Yeah, I've got a fan blaring on me, so apologies to everyone if you can hear it, but I'm guessing you can't, because
Can't hear
Sam
it at all.
Greenwood usually doesn't hear it, so, you know, but, yeah, it's been the heat in England is horrific, generally speaking. And I know you're going to turn and go, oh, America's a lot hotter, but my house is built for winter.
I'm putting something in the chat just to make sure that we can see if something does come through. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it really only hot in England for like a month?
Maybe 2.
You're overplaying that by about 2 weeks. We're lucky if we get 2 weeks in a year that is hot, which is the main
Wow.
reason it's really difficult, BX, purely because we are not prepared for it.
I mean, to prepare for something and have weather preparations for 2 weeks out of the year is not doesn't make sense. I'll put it that way. London are in a red warning for high temperature going
But
until
also at the same time, the electrical costs would fucking bankrupt somebody over there if you was to have on an AC the way we have it on over here, right?
Yeah, generally, yeah. I just have a fan, which doesn't really take as much as you think. But at work, we have an AC, so I park myself under that, and it's very nice. But just ooh.
Makes me feel guilty of complaining about my AC unit.
Let's see. All right, I'm trying to figure out a good conversion here right now, but I can't. All right, so let's see. That'll be all right. Monday. All right, so I have my apartment. I have the air conditioner going right now. I have it set to just about 19, maybe 19 and a half. I don't know. It's 68 degrees Fahrenheit is what I've got it set to. The outdoor temperature is 23 or I think 73. Yeah, 73. I'm 7 degrees cooler than London, and I'm already baking.
I have my AC set at 79 degrees.
Oh, dear Lord.
And even with that, it's pumping out the vent, and I'm still like, yo, it's cold. I'm ready to turn it up to 80.
Damn. No, I'm at 68. All right, so I am about to be getting next week Monday to the what is it June 29th to 4th of July weekend. I'm going to be pretty much what England has been at for the past week, temperature wise. Hot.
What's the peak? What's the peak temperature over there? The high?
London or for
In
me?
London, yeah, London.
Hold on, let me confirm. It's 80. Well, sorry, it's 86 currently. It got up to 96 earlier today. That was their high.
Yeah. 96 is hot. That's hot.
I'm gonna be at Monday. It's gonna get a high of 91. Gonna hit 95 on Wednesday, 94 Thursday. Makes me thankful that it's a work from home week all week next week, so I can sweat all I want and not have to worry about contaminating the air around me for my coworkers.
I remember very vividly in 2022 we had a temperature in London of 104 degrees. Woo. And it was I remember it purely because it was so hot that my fan was blowing hot air back at me. To the point where it was actually warmer to be outside than it was to be in the house. But
remember the times I've taken ice cubes out of the freezer, put them on a tray in front of a fan just to get some coolness.
Yeah.
No, I went to an engineering school, predominantly engineering school, and for university. And one of my roommates, her brother had already graduated with an engineering degree, and the guy set up an ice box, had ice in there with cold water, and then took copper piping and got like one of those fish pump things and wrapped the copper pipe around a fan, and then had the little mini fish pump going, so it's pumping water through the copper pipe and cooling it down because the AC broke in the apartment. So we were all baking. It was a hot summer.
What is that?
We will have absolutely no stopwatch timer thing because I don't know how Ryan was doing that. Let's see. All right, I might just put the score in as a message and just do one of those guys.
I think Ryan will live with us not doing the score on the clock thing.
I mean, I also just straight up started the stream. There was no countdown sound. There was no Mr. Arsenal podcast theme tune. Um, so it is what it is. We're gonna suffer through it together, and hopefully we can get some people in the comment section to also help ask questions because I don't know if it was advertised a lot on who was doing what. Ooh,
Well, it'd usually be us in your comment section, so
yeah, there's let's see, there are a few others already. So all right, Telemundo is kicked off, so I'm gonna switch over to that channel because I have no sound anyway. But we are underway, and France are already starting off on the attack quite strong.
do you know where this game actually is?
I'll let you know in just a second. I think it's in Philadelphia. I want to say it's in Philadelphia. It's in Foxborough, Massachusetts, Boston.
Ooh.
The Senegal-Iraq game is in Toronto. So those two destinations are probably an hour apart via private jet, if not an hour and a half flight. So if Infantino gets seen at both locations like he has in a couple games yesterday, then we know that he has a body double or he's getting digitized into the stream in some capacity. Because I think yesterday he was in Philadelphia and what two games was he at yesterday?
You saw the bar just get hit, right?
I missed that, if I'm being honest. Who got hit?
I believe France hit the bar.
Let's see, Dallas.
I'm now crossing the 1 minute mark, but I know I'm going to be behind because I'm streaming.
I'm at the 2. I just hit 2 minutes. Curacao versus Ivory Coast and Ecuador versus Germany. Philadelphia to New York. Infantino was seen at both games. See France. This is the replay. Yeah, who's that? MBAPPÉ hit the crossbar. Oh, I think the keeper got his hand to it just enough to push it up onto the crossbar. Oh, Norway called for a penalty. I think he just got dispossessed and then just tripped in the box. I think that was Strand Larson making the drive forward.
There's no way that Strand Larson's worth 50 million. No way.
I don't think that Elliot Anderson is worth 130 million. Or who was it? I think Chelsea put a price tag of like 70 million on Malagusto. I think. I don't think he's worth 70 million. The fact that and that is primarily based off of how much Arsenal paid for MBAPPÉ, who was probably the of that similar age group and position, probably the best one out there.
I mean, to be fair, every football transfer for the last 10 years has been wildly out of proportion because of the 200 million that was paid for Neymar.
Oh, France had a chance, got dispossessed. Oh, who is that? I can't read the number 6. Force the keeper to save. I can't read that guy's name or his number properly. Um, Goes right at the keeper, number 6, I think.
Seeing France
Kone.
playing white is odd.
Seeing France playing white?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kone had a strike from distance from a set piece and forced the keeper into a save there. Oh, we lost Jose. No way, Jose.
BX alive. I did think he'd been quiet for a bit, so I didn't know.
Well, Senegal have scored.
Ah,
Scotland are now down to, I think, 5 chances, and they need 4 to hit.
they need 4 to hit, and how many of the 4 will hit?
Hold on, let me look this up. All right. Yes, I did take a screenshot of this. Oh, he said that he backed out and is rejoining in. All right. So Scotland need Egypt to beat Iran, Spain to beat Uruguay. So let me get BX back in here.
Hello, do you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
we can.
Okay, excellent. I don't know what happened with my mic. First the camera, now the mic. I'm being sabotaged.
Oh, well, a little bit of a nasty collision there between in the France Norway game. All right, so Senegal versus Iraq to draw or Iraq to win by 1 or 2 goals. So that one is going away considering Senegal have now scored. Congo versus Uzbekistan to be a draw or Uzbekistan to win by 1, 2, or 3 goals. I think it's just 1+ goal, which I don't think that one's going to hit. So there's those 4 things. And then Argentina to avoid defeat to Jordan and Austria to beat Algeria by 2+ goals, or Algeria and 1-0 to France. I think that Dembele.
Oh,
All right, let's
That
see.
Algeria game's going to be an absolute farce.
Oh, man.
Algeria and Austria, they technically both teams want to take 3rd place, considering that the 2nd place team is very likely to be playing Spain.
Dembele just turned that man inside out and humiliated him again.
Yep.
That was pretty fucking nasty.
Yep.
He made it look so easy too.
So far on side, let's see.
Oh man.
Who was the defender? The defender decided to give him so much space.
Yeah, that'll make me just want to walk off the pitch. Yeah, just go to the dressing room and just quit, go home.
All right, I think that was all right. Let's see, number 4.
Wham. Oh.
Ostegard gave him number 15 gave him all the space, and then Ostegard was kind of like a little bit of an extra defender between the ball and the keeper, but it was.
And he strikes it in between both defenders.
Yeah, Bjorken.
They tried to look it right in between both of them. Oh man, what a strike!
It was Bjorken was the defender that gave him so much space. Ghana to beat Croatia by 3+ goals, and England to avoid defeat to Panama. So there is places for. They had 6 chances. Well, they had 8. Now they're down to 5. Because I don't think Senegal are going to be conceding and losing this game. But if Iraq end up scoring, they cannot outscore Senegal by more than 3 goals, because Scotland have a goal difference of -3 with only 1 goal scored. So that would actually just wipe them out still, because Iraq would have scored more than that. Let's see.
Ireland beat India at cricket.
What?
Ireland beat India in cricket.
Wow.
Holy shit!
Is that like the Cricket World Cup or something?
As far as I'm aware, it's just a 2020 international, because they're playing another game on Sunday, so they've probably got a 2-game series. But Ireland won by 34 runs, which
I,
is
I don't
Wow.
I don't know cricket very well, so I don't know if that's a good score or not.
well, the football equivalent would be if Manchester United lost to Welling in the FA Cup or something like that.
You mean like they lost to Grimsby Town in their
Oh,
first game or whatever?
losing to a team much lower standing than Grimsby Town.
Okay.
Ireland scored 182 for 9, and then they got India completely out for 148. Very bad, very bad.
Reasonable question here. Reasonable question, and I hope the audience doesn't take it the wrong way.
I go for
Were
it.
there any Irish players of Indian descent?
I'm going to assume that many of them are, but I don't know that for certain.
They
Oh,
brought in some
Norway?
ringers. Did they bring in some ringers?
I'm actually no. I'll be fair. I'm looking at a photo of I've like gone on Google Images. And it looks like there are a lot of white people in the team.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right, Norway are on the attack. They just had a shot on target. Um,
You know, much like in the world of football, where most nations have a random Brazilian. You know,
Yeah, I
just
know
works out that
exactly
way.
what you meant. It was actually one of my first thoughts, to be honest, BX. But
All right, good. I'm not going crazy.
oh, there is a VAR check for a possible red card in the Senegal Iraq game. Anthony Taylor is the ref on the field for that. I don't know who the VAR is for that game, but that game could be. Oh,
well, we all know the result in that match is that Anthony Taylor's going to make sure he's a celebrity of the game.
he actually does pretty good on the national level when he's not refereeing like an England game, because I think during friendlies he's allowed to do English team. I'm not entirely sure like what you are and aren't allowed to do when you're a referee. Like, can he referee like England versus Brazil in a friendly, or can he only do like Brazil versus France?
They would never let him do an England game ever. FIFA just wouldn't stand for it.
Well, I'm talking about like in a friendly situation, not like I know that he can't do the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, no, but even in a friendly, they wouldn't do it because FIFA have an international pool of referees. So there's no reason why they wouldn't be able to pull a referee from Nepal or something like that.
He is going over to the monitor. Oh, Elise took a shot. It got blocked. Keeper picks it up. All right, I can't. All right, these France kits are like a very dull mint green.
Yeah, so these kits are based off of the Statue of Liberty.
Yep, I remember that now. So there's Statue of Liberty green with the copper lettering. Because what happens to copper when it meets oxygen?
It turns that green.
It turns to that green.
All right. But from distance, it does look white, though, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It does.
Yeah. All right. I'm just sitting thinking, am I totally like misreading what my brain's been telling me the entire time? But it's still weird to see them not playing in blue.
I'm actually wearing the France '98 kit right now. The one without the star above the badge.
Oh, yeah, because I hadn't won it until later on in that summer.
Yeah. They charged me extra for this one too. Do Norway get a goal? I'd like to see Strand Larson get a goal.
I'm honestly not sure.
It was a denial of a goal scoring opportunity because the extra defender was not close enough to help cover because it was happening right around the almost 1-1. Shane Larson goes over the bar. It happened just outside of the semicircle. It's on top of the 18-yard box. Um, so he labeled it as a denial of a
Oh
goal score.
my god. He almost did some fuckery right there.
Yeah, the high boot to kind of level it out, and then on the half volley, whoo! Look,
That
Lacroix was there. Was like, whoa, dude, what are you doing? Aren't they teammates now? They're both at
I bet
Palace.
you, I bet you Patrick Bamford would have made that.
Don't get me started on my boy Bamford.
Ban Bamford makes those all day.
I once watched Patrick Bamford miss from 1 yard out.
Oh, Sadio Mane has a shot on target from that free kick. Keeper has to push it wide. Oh, that
I
would have been a
say
great
that,
goal.
but then I did see Patrick Bamford hit a volley into the top corner from like 40 yards out, so swings and roundabouts, I suppose.
Yeah, man, he's a real polarizing figure, you know.
Hmm.
I swear to God, he was like Nicholas Bednar 2.0. This guy, yo. I can't deny the vibes. I'm actually excited for Leeds this season. I'm actually excited. I'm really excited for your team this season, Mr. Tom.
I was gonna say,
Uh,
who are you most excited for?
Because
Arsenal or Leeds?
for once, Leeds look like they're building and not fucking trying to recoup and start over. Now it looks like they're building on something, looks really fucking good.
I said this in last August. I've said it to Ryan. I've said it to pretty much anyone. It feels like we've at least got a plan. And even if we had gone back down, I couldn't sit there and go, "You don't know what you're doing," because I had a plan to buy a load of big bastards and to try and like bully their way to survival sort of thing, and it kind of worked. So
It's looking good. Like the beginning of the season that just passed when you guys lost who was it? Rondon? Was it Rondon you guys lost because he was on loan or something?
uh,
Who was the
no,
guy?
no,
The
we
attacking
signed him permanently. Um, oh, are you thinking of Solomon?
Solomon? Yeah, Solomon. You guys lost him, and I thought that was a loss. I thought he would have been a key addition. But then now you guys are building on that, and you guys had a pretty good season. You know, regardless of whatever, you guys fucking played with zero fear and played a good brand of football that most people want to see. Most people want to see teams just fucking go for it and go at it. And you guys pretty much gave people the business. So I'm really interested to see how much further you guys can push this year.
Well, I think they're going to try and get more attackers than they did last year, because obviously last year was about let's get the defending sorted. Because you need to have a stable defence to survive in the Premier League, obviously. I say obviously, but a lot of teams don't actually believe that. Like Ipswich, for example, didn't believe that, because then they went out and bought a load of strikers, for example. In your second season, then you can try and get a bit more flair up front, which is why I think they've decided to throw some money at Harry Wilson and things like that.
I sincerely hope he continues to bring the same type of energy he brought at Fulham, which is just fucking banging, you know, strikes outside the box, inside the box, free kicks. It's just an exciting player.
It's a good footballer. It's a good
Real good
footballer.
footballer, solid. For a Welsh player, motherfucker's out fucking standing.
Hmm.
I think part of that is that Harry Wilson just complete. I think he started to turn up just that little bit more in the second half of the season, and I think he can even though he's joining a new team, I think he can still continue to build on that and still provide that explosiveness. I mean, I think some of those games he ended up saving Fulham's ass,
Hmm.
You guys,
not only from
yo,
his goals, but
between Stack
Yep.
and Wilson, yo, you have two fucking snipers. You got two snipers right there. Both of them lethal. Oh man, I'm jealous actually. Normally I'd
It's
say, hey, Arsenal, I want him at Arsenal, but I'm gonna let you keep your players. I'm gonna stop doing that to you.
Norway are on the attack here. Well, back footed pass there. Cutback pass. Top of the box. Gets blocked.
I did say in April, or not April, in May, so a couple of months ago, the only team that my team couldn't lay a glove on was Arsenal. Like,
Did,
even
did
when we
Leeds
lost
end
to
up getting a
teams,
result in against every team except for Arsenal last season? Oh, 2-0. Dembele.
I think you're right,
Or,
because I
wait.
think we.
Yeah.
No, actually, tell a lie, we lost to Man City twice.
Yeah, but you
But
took Man City deep. You took them to deep
yeah,
waters.
yeah, twice.
Oh, then Bele just did it again.
Yep.
That Man City game, the one at Leeds, was infuriating. Purely because of when we were on top, the
The
goalkeeper
3-2?
faked
Was
the
that the
injury.
3-2?
No, they won 1-0 in the second game.
Oh, it's like
I think Semenyo scored just before half time, and then they shut up shop a bit.
See, that's interesting. Like Semenyo played better, like statistically. He provided more goals and assists at Bournemouth than he did at Manchester City.
That doesn't surprise me though. Oh, that was a lovely goal. Yeah, that's how far behind I am. I've only just seen the goal. Yeah, he. Keep in mind though, he was basically the star at Bournemouth. So obviously, when you just become a bit of a, I don't want to say a bit part player, but you're just one of the collective, I suppose, at Man City.
Ah, Norway got one back. Oh,
I don't know. Something that really bothers me is when a team. I hate to say, "Oh wow, good fucking response, brilliant goal," but back to I hate it when a team that isn't at the level of the heavyweight clubs starts to put it all together, and after a season, they start, selling off, some of the key components, that
Yeah,
started making everything work. And I was like, how do you expect to make a jump, to go from a smaller club to a bigger club if you don't retain a core at least? And you keep selling off these people, at some point you're gonna have to do something about that because teams like Bournemouth, was the latest example. They fucking built that was a squad that everybody enjoyed watching, rivals and as well as their own fans. Now, why would they break that up? And I think Semenyo going was the first one, and it's just gonna kill that. It's gonna kill their like their momentum, which is sad.
well, what you're bringing up there is basically how Southampton used to do their business for the last 10 years, and it only works until it doesn't work because you can only replenish the squad so many times, and you get it wrong once, you're fucked,
Yeah,
and you're back in the championship.
yeah, man, that's just crazy. Like there has to be a way, where someone emerges, and cuts into the big six,
Hmm.
cuts into some a new king must be made, basically.
Aston
But
Villa,
Bournemouth, yeah, sorry.
they will regret bits. I promise you, Aston Villa will regret not beating Tottenham in April
Mm.
because they had the chance to finish Tottenham off, and they decided the Europa League was more important. Which I'm not going to take it away from. Like, well done, you won a trophy, etc. But you had the chance to put yourself in that big six by getting rid of a team that was in the big six,
Yep,
and you didn't. You actually put a team out that their performance against Tottenham was embarrassing.
it was.
okay. So I have to make this comment about the Norwegian goal scorer. Um, you can very much tell who he's trying to emulate with at least the looks. He's got the long blonde hair pulled back into a little like bun type situation, but all around he's got it shaved down like a certain Erling Haaland.
Must be like his hero.
Yeah. Um, so I'm not really sure how credible this Indy Kayla news can be. I know that sometimes I mean, they might actually be starting to solidify themselves as, you know, a David Ornstein or Fabrizio level of um, credibility. Um, but I was looking through their tweets, and so City have purchased Elliot Anderson for what City are saying is 115 mil. Forest are
That
saying
that is wild.
130, but Forest are saying 130, and Anderson is reportedly going to be paid £300,000 a week.
That is crazy.
Sorry, who's
Yeah,
getting 300,000 a week?
Elliot Anderson.
That's
I don't.
amazing.
I don't think he's. I don't think he's earned his worth yet. I think the transfer fee
City,
itself
yo,
is,
City is
I think,
Chelsea in
very much.
disguise.
You know they've only bought him last year or the year before, didn't they? Because they've only
Yeah,
recently bought him off Newcastle. Newcastle must be sitting there thinking, why? Basically, they must be furious at the rules of football, the PSR rules, because they basically had 130 million or whatever sat on their bench, and they had to sell him or they'd fail PSR.
and then he. I
Oof.
mean, I feel like we've seen it with Forest. Like Forest did extremely well 2 seasons ago, and then they got into playing in Europe. Then they completely failed. Where at one point, yeah, they could
Yeah,
be going
sorry.
down and being relegated. But then, like, I don't know if Anderson was starting all those games or how he ended up slotting in. I think he helped them stay up, but I mean, I don't think he's worth the 150. I mean, they're paying for the future and the potential that he
City
has.
should have went. City should have went for fucking Wharton. That should have been their fucking. That should have been their fucking midfielder to go for instead of Elliot Anderson, in my opinion. If you
You
were gonna
see,
make a
the
statement,
English player tax, so you always pay over the odds for an English player because of the rules of the Premier League.
Yeah, which it almost makes me feel like they're getting ready to, like, I don't know, maybe get rid of Phil Foden, who played what, 5 games last season in the Prem, like. And I mean, I don't think Foden was all that great. Ooh, France lose the ball, Norway collect, and then they lose the ball. They got sloppy there. Arsenal have reportedly gone in for a second bid with Newcastle. Um, that one could be an interesting one. Some people are saying, "Oh, we could be seeing another Alexander Isak situation with Bruno Guimaraes." Because Bruno wants to leave, more or less only wants Arsenal. Newcastle don't want to sell. Um, so what are they going to do?
that's a dream signing though. Bruno is a dream signing. Like I don't even want to. I don't even want to entertain the thought, yo, because that's basically something where you wake once your eyes wake up in the morning, that dream is gone. That's man, he's a dream player.
All right, so would you rather have Bruno Guimaraes or Sandro Tonali? Because I think at this point, if Arsenal are going to sign a Newcastle player, it's going to be one or the other, not both. And I
Mm.
know that they're two different types of midfielders, but which one would you rather have?
I go for Bruno. I go
I'd
for
buy
Bruno.
players. Sorry, bit, it's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
I was just gonna say I'd buy any player that can play Max Dowman's position, so we never get to play professional football.
You and the Max Dowman hate need to go away.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. That's all. So I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. But
Oh, France lose the ball. Norway in the box. Oh, little, oh, messy.
I don't know. For me, when it comes down to it, Bruno's their captain. There's no controversies surrounding him. He does his talking on the pitch. Sandro Tonali's he's a very good player, but there's just something there with
Yeah,
him.
there's
He already
the
has a
He
track
likes a
record.
bet.
I if I had to put my money on anyone, it's gonna be him. You know,
yeah.
so it's kind of it's an easy decision for me.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think Bruno would is the more likely. However, Tonali I think better fits the age profile that Arteta likes to go for. See, I think he's 26 and Bruno's 28 or 29, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
Um,
Bruno's in his pump right now. That
yeah.
he's it right now. We bring Bruno in. Oh man, we're set. We're
All
set
right,
for
let's
a
see.
few years.
Yeah, all right. So let's see. Arsenal took West Ham's captain.
Hamburg.
Arsenal took Brentford's captain. So why not add one more?
Leave Ethan Ampadu alone. I'm just getting out in front. Just leave my team's captain alone.
He alternates right from midfield to the back line.
He can play defence. He did play centre back in the championship for some mad reason. Um, I say that he was very good at it, to be fair. But yeah, no, I like Ethan. Leave him alone.
Yeah, nah, Ethan's good. I like Ethan because Ethan got that dog in him. Yeah,
He
he's like
has.
a Tyler Adams for me. Like they both just play real gritty. Just
I used to love Tyler Adams, and then he decided to threaten to sue Leeds United, and then that love kind of went away a little bit.
so he
And
can
when I
pretty much
say a
go
little
fuck
bit, I mean
himself.
a lot, a little bit. Sad day, sad day.
France have had 11 shots, 7 on target through 31 minutes.
I can totally believe that because it seems like every time I look up, Norway lose the ball and then France are immediately in on goal. It feels like.
Mbappe is 2 shots, 2 on target, and 2 assists. Dembele is 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. Elise has had 2 shots that have been blocked. Doué has had 3 shots, 2 on target. Kone, the CDM, has had a shot on target. Um, Teo
You know
Hernandez.
who? I'm sorry to cut you off. You know who this France team reminds me of? They remind me
Oh,
of they,
Mbappe! 3
they
1.
remind me of
I think.
Brazil
Or
from
is it Doué?
'06.
Which Brazil? Sorry,
The Brazil from 2006.
they were very good,
They remind me
but
so much of that Brazil team because they were everybody. They were nailed on to win the whole thing.
Oh,
They
hat
had
trick.
they had what, former Ballon d'Or winners, this and that, ex champions, the whole. But they had so many egos in that team.
mm, oh,
They
Zinedine
remind.
Zidane fucked them though, didn't he?
I mean, yo, he fucking that yo. So that 2006 was my first World Cup that I watched as a football fan,
Yeah.
where I took it in, and
How
I fell in love with Zidane during that World Cup. I was like, yo, this guy is amazing. Like even in the final, that penalty kick, just yo, that right there is the best goal I think I've ever seen in my life. It was just the pure balls to have to do that, to pull that off. And so this is when I was an infant starting to follow the sport. In the beginning of the 2006 World Cup, that was the summer of '06. I was about, I want to say like a year and a half of watching the game. So I was learning quite a lot. And this is like on my own. This is like without, like there wasn't no YouTube where you communicate, where you can ask all these questions, you can find out. I had to find a lot of things out the freaking hard way. And one of the ways I found out was I met some guy um playing FIFA on my PS2 online, and he was some guy from Dagenham, and he was just what people would consider, the unsavory kind of, character, was into all kinds of stuff. you know. But me and him were like two peas in a pod, you know. So, but I had to find a lot of
Unsavory
things out hard.
character.
Yeah, you know, like he had guns, he grew skunk, you know, he was still,
I know what you
he,
meant. It's just the wording made me laugh.
yeah, you know, he did his thing, he did his thing. But
No,
yeah,
no,
I don't
Gav,
know.
it's not me.
I had to find a lot of things out, you know, but Zidane in that World Cup '06, that was, you know, like that was amazing. Because before that, it was all Ronaldinho. Like that's one of the main reasons why I started watching the game. I thought Ronaldinho was just fucking magic. It's just the stuff he did. But yeah, Zidane '06 legend, you know, just fucking crazy. Even the way he went out, just you know, just the headbutt to the chest. You know, that's the only way Italy won that World Cup. That's the only reason they won that World Cup. That's why I will never say that, you know, like they won it on merit because they fucking didn't. They won it because the best player of that tournament went out defending, you know, his honor.
Yeah, that headbutt's the reason he didn't win the Ballon d'Or that year as well.
Yeah, he was unplayable. Zidane, that tournament was just crazy. Crazy. Like he was doing the things that they're talking about Messi doing now in these World Cups and these recent editions,
Hmm.
yo, at his age. You know, oh my God, at his age, look what he's doing. Da da da. Yo, Zidane did that. Been there, done that, yo.
Zidane's the only footballer that I've ever seen have like a massive transfer fee because at the time in pounds it was 50 million, and I was sitting there thinking he's the only footballer that was actually worth that money that was paid for him. He was that good.
Crazy.
Gav has entered the chat. We have the lovely Mr. Tom that is sitting in the dark, and the um, the new I would say face to the live stream of
Yeah, my camera's
the
not
World
working. I don't
Cup.
know. I can't flip it, and it's a hot mess. But
Vince
But
Gunner's making his debut on streaming.
Gav, that would be VX Gunner, who you're probably most used to seeing in the chat, has been volunteered or volunteered himself to join in on this as Ryan is what is he's at the Crystal Palace Park for a concert based off of a picture and where he said it was. Uh, I don't know what concert is that is happening at Crystal Palace Park.
the question is Ryan wearing a football top to a music festival?
Nah,
I bet he's wearing an Arsenal top.
I bet he's wearing a similar tank top to what he was wearing yesterday on the or 2 days ago on the game. Just because it's so hot.
It's a fair point.
Gav says trust Ryan to miss a goal fest. Yeah, you know what? Maybe this is what we needed for live streams. Ryan to go missing in action, and we would get lots of goals, or at least entertainment, because we've got 4 goals in the first half of Norway versus France, and Haaland and Odegaard, and really their starting 11 are not even on the bench. Senegal went up 1-0, have yet to score a second goal after Iraq had gone down to 10 men um, from a VAR, what was originally a yellow card. VAR came back with Anthony Taylor reviewing the clips on the side of the pitch, saying um, the pull down of the player that happened a little bit outside the box was denial of a goal scoring opportunity because the covering defenders could not get back.
If I had to bet the second half, he's
Will be no goal.
who comes out? Haaland is coming out in the second half. I think this coach is gonna be pressured into making some changes.
Yeah, I mean to get slapped this bad. I think if the Norway manager at least went full strength, it could be like a 1 goal game right now.
Yeah, I agree. It could be like a 2-1 game if anything.
Yeah,
Apparently, I've got this quote from Erling Haaland. He was asked about this game, and he said his exact words were, "I couldn't care too much about playing France. They're probably going to win against us, and they're probably going to win the whole tournament."
interesting.
Mind games. Mind games.
I think what's going to end up happening, especially considering the performance that Dembele has put in today, France are gonna go far. They're gonna like make it to the quarters. They might even make it to the semifinals. Um, but uh, it'll get to the point where Mbappe's ego is going to get in the way because he knows that if um, if France win the final, then Dembele is who, mind you, has probably played 40% of the available minutes in for PSG. He's going to be winning the Ballon d'Or again, and he can't let his fellow countryman do that and former club teammate do that because the whole reason why he left PSG was one, probably the paycheck, and two, to win the Champions League, which he has yet to do with Real Madrid. Senegal
I've
on the
always
attack.
found it. I've always found it interesting how much stock um, European football places on the Ballon d'Or, because in England no one really cares about it.
No,
Whereas, like, I know Real Madrid use it to like get a lot of their Brazilian players in. Like, if you come to us, you'll win the Ballon d'Or. That's how they got Vinicius Junior, for example, which is why it was such a big deal when he found out he wasn't going to win it.
yeah. Let's see.
When they gave it to Cannavaro off of that
Mm-hmm.
World Cup, I was like, is this a joke? It's like, what is this? And this is without me. And I was like, they gave it to you? Out of everybody, they gave it to you? I was like, what? That's funny.
There was no other attacking player they could give it to that wouldn't beg the question of he didn't do better than Zidane.
All right.
Whereas you can actually give it to the defender of the team that won it, I suppose. I mean, either way, it was still atrocious that it wasn't Zidane, but they weren't going to give it to someone that got sent off for headbutting the World Cup final.
But that was so
Personally,
epic
I
though.
would have still give it to him, but you know,
Yeah, he still deserved it. I mean, but that headbutt, just the perfect precision, the execution. It was just when he did that. I mean, I remember it. I was at my grandmother's house. He did that. I jumped up from the sofa. I was just so excited. I was like, what? I was like, yes. I was like, cause man, I couldn't stand that freaking Materazzi, man. Can't stand that guy. I still can't stand him.
he said something about his mum or something like that, weren't it? Or something like that.
Like his mother, her sister, somebody. He said something, but he said something to get that
Yeah,
reaction out of him. Oh man, my first reaction is like, I hope he crushed I hope he just broke something. I was just so happy when he did that, but then the repercussions afterwards, he gets thrown up, and then you see him walking off, taking off the bandages and shit. I was like, ah,
well, that image of him walking past the trophy was
yeah,
quite a thing.
heartbreaking, I still can't
Uh,
stomach it.
Gav has asked, why is Haaland on the bench? I imagine it's so he doesn't get injured
Yeah,
in a ultimately meaningless contest.
especially given the scoreline. Oh, Norway had a corner, but went far post, was able to head it back in towards the melee of players, but couldn't do anything with that. France are on the counter though. We're gonna see four from him. Nope, he tries to do a little cutback pass to, I think, Mbappe, gets blocked, recycles back to him, crosses in. A little bit too high for Mbappe to be jumping on. I think that was Mbappe. Yeah, just over Mbappe's head.
Oh, why didn't you pass? You had an open man at the far corner.
So, does the current scorelines benefit Scotland in any possible way?
No, they need Senegal to draw or lose to Iraq.
Has Scotland dropped out of the
Yeah,
automatic
with,
third
with
play? Oh,
Senegal now up by 1 goal. Scotland are down on goal difference.
So they need a kind of go draw, if anything.
Yeah, if they were to
Yeah,
Loss.
draw,
sounds that
Senegal would
way.
go down to 1 point, and Scotland would jump back up into the top eight.
Can't
Ooh,
pull nothing up because I'm
I,
using
f-
my phone.
I find it incredible that they've increased the size of the World Cup to the point where you can actually afford to now put 6 games on in the same day,
yep.
and I still see less of the football than ever before because of the time difference. That they're having their games themselves. They're just keep in mind I got into football because of the World Cup that was in the States in 1994.
The sad part is looking at empty seats every match. Crazy.
Let's see. All right, let me pull up. Nope, I don't want the last. All right, so Bosnia versus Qatar was. Oh, that was a sold out game. Switzerland versus Canada was sold out. Morocco versus Haiti was sold out. Brazil versus Scotland was 86% capacity, 64,478 in attendance, with room for 74,916. Czechia versus Mexico was sold out. South Africa versus South Korea was sold out. Morocco, Ivory Coast was 98% filled. They were short by 1,500. Um, Short by 1,900 for Ecuador versus Germany. Japan versus Sweden. Dallas in Dallas Cowboys Stadium had an attendance of 70,000. The stadium has capacity for 109,000. So 65% filled there. It's actually pretty good. Like if you think about it, a lot of these stadiums are 68 to 74,000 seaters, and the Sweden game did sell 70,000 tickets. It's just that the capacity is 108, 109,000. Um, the Netherlands game in Kansas City, 68,000 in attendance, can seat 79,000. Uh, Paraguay versus Australia sold out. Tunisia versus, or sorry, not Tunisia, Turkey versus the U.S. was sold out. Then I don't have the
What?
attendance of these games today so far, but probably looking at 60% capacity here.
Spirit
Wait.
still there?
Oh no, we lost him. Oh no.
So what is the actual nearest World Cup stadium to yourself?
Um, Philadelphia or Toronto, but it's still like an 8 to 12 hour drive. Could drive an extra 4 hours to make it to Boston. I mean, I said it before. I don't think you were on it when I said, but I think it would be cheaper for me to um, fly to
To
London,
fly to Europe, isn't it?
stay for a week in London, and then fly back.
Yeah, sounds right. These prices that I'm seeing quoted online is outrageous, but
Yeah,
people are paying it sadly.
yeah, because it wasn't so much about like, okay, let's see, I just stream. Hey, there's the face.
The camera's working.
It only took my girlfriend to call me to interrupt for me. Something happened in that. But yeah.
um, I don't
Welcome.
know why, but it must be locked in on location because when Gary was looking at ticket prices, his ticket prices for I think New York and Philadelphia, they were at like he was seeing like $600 tickets, and um, I'm over here seeing $1,200 for a ticket. Like that's not fair. And I'm looking for
Yeah.
just the singles. Uh, even the doubles, it's like seriously. Let's see, FIFA World Cup. Let's
They
see
made
what
it
they
so
have.
hard to get tickets that it's criminal. It's a disgrace. I can't
Yeah.
even. It's terrible. Like I waited a long time, and for it to be here and to not be able to go to a match, it's kind of pisses me off.
C2. All right. So this one. All right. This is a game today. Uh, Cape Verde versus Saudi Arabia at the NRG Stadium. Oh, there's it says that I think it's sold out. Let's see. Let's try Egypt. The Egypt game. Accept and continue. Oh, these ones actually aren't that bad. Let's see. I can buy. They're selling a single ticket in section 122, row G, right behind the goal. 629 plus taxes and fees.
Six
Um,
hundred, 600.
yeah, $629.
Oof.
I mean, it's better than the games, the tickets that I was seeing in Philly. Those were like at least 1,000, if not 1,200. Let's see. Oh, this is the Columbia fan zone. In the Columbia fan, no, this is not. No, this is not what I want. Road soccer.
I think I said
Lakers
it
on
on
Saturday at
I think I
Lincoln
said
Field.
this on the trip on Gary's show last week. I remember. I think I said it on there. I read on the Athletic. I think it over there is New York Times, but here we call it the Athletic, or they call themselves it. Anyway, um, what is it? They have the New York
Be
Knicks
right
were
back.
playing. I think it was Game 3 of the NBA Finals, and two tickets to that game in the nosebleed sections was $22,000.
Yeah,
Easily. It's
there were
easily.
there were people, there were season ticket holders that were getting offered 60, $70,000 for their tickets that they had paid 20,000 for their season tickets, and they were getting offered triple, quadruple their season tickets.
My New York Knicks championship hat. Oh, there you go, right there.
That's very
See,
nice.
I'm still. Oh, someone went over the advertisement boards in the Iraq game. It is halftime here for the France game. There is still 4 minutes left in the other game before we get to halftime.
Yeah, they've
I
just
can still
blown
hear
up
you
the half
guys.
time. No,
I'm
fair
off
enough.
camera, but I can still hear. I'm here.
Well, I mean, your cat's in the picture, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's Snarf.
Snarf.
Yeah, he's named after the character from the Thundercats. It's an 80s cartoon. And so he has three legs. He was a
Oh,
rescue. They found him at a construction site with like his back leg just dangling. So they brought him to the vet
oh,
where my girlfriend works. And so they amputated that leg and he brought him home.
Yeah, I got the Thundercats box set cheap, like about 10 years ago, or something like that. It's awesome. I say
Nice.
all that. I've watched it once, but
It's for the culture. It's for the culture. You have it for the
yeah.
culture.
And I'm totally a mark for Mumra. I'll say that now.
I love that cartoon so much. So two of my cats are named after Thundercats. That's Snarf, and I have a gray cat, and he's Panthro.
Awesome.
I have my brother's dog Guinness that's named after the beer. He has one eye. Recently one eye, um, and then he was a rescue pup, and then I have Prismo, who I don't think Prismo is named after anyone. It was just a fun name that my sister-in-law came up with, and he was a bought puppy, but he's going through his certifications to be a therapy dog. So they have extremely high standards on what breeds can be therapy dogs. So, um, but Prismo, I don't think. I think he was the runt of the litter, so I don't think he has everything available to him.
That's my dog. She was the runt of the litter. So
Yeah.
she was the runt of the litter, and so her front right paw is like a bit deformed, so it just looks like her foot goes to the side, but she walks and runs normal. Like a house of misfits here.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So it's just one of those always interesting things. The rescue dogs. All right. Let's see. Spain, not Spain. Jeez. France. Um, had 14 shots, 8 on target, 19 touches in the opposition box, 3 goals. Norway are at 4-2. I'm trying to see. I think I think Dembele has, yeah, he's tied with the most shots at 3. Due has the other one. However, Due doesn't have any shots on target. So
Yeah, my Charlotte Hornets, my local Charlotte Hornets trading LaMelo Ball to Minnesota. That's
ooh,
crazy. I
that's
was
a
wondering what Tom had to say about that.
I fucking my one thing about the Ball family is the dad is a menace. The Ball dad or the Ball father, whatever he is, he's an absolute menace. That man.
At first, I didn't like him, but then I grew to like him. He's all right now. Like he lost a foot and he became okay to me.
I remember when he turned up on Monday Night Raw, and I was like, please don't have him back. But obviously, really, I knew he was going to go unanswered because they'd probably have him back tomorrow if he wanted to be. But still, because he behaved like an absolute prick. But still,
Yeah, but Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball, that's about to go crazy.
Dyer is the goal scorer. All right, I almost called that guy the wrong name.
I saw that Trey Young's going to get paid by the Washington Wizards.
Yeah. And so now you got Trey Young. They got the number one pick, the number one pick, AJ DeBanster, Anthony Davis. That could be that could be pretty formidable right there.
Yeah, they're. I'll be very surprised if they're banning out for the number one pick in 12 months' time. Be
The
shocked.
NBA is looking very, very, very exciting.
What do you think about the new like draft lottery that they'll have going? My brother was telling me about it, and like if you have 0 to 20 wins, your name will be put in the pot, 20 times, and then 20 to 40. That way they won't have teams throwing to really try and get the worst record. Apparently, I didn't
Makes
understand it.
sense. Makes sense because it became obvious of teams, throwing games and lacking intensity going towards
Yeah,
the latter end of the season.
Yeah, I mean when it gets to be that obvious that that's what's going to be happening in when you get to like who did I see it? Forget who it was. Like you started off strong. I mean, you could have started the season out like 4-4, and then you got to game 10 and you were 4-6 on the season, and then like I guess I'm just gonna throw the towel in now. We're gonna look like we're trying, but I guess not really.
Yeah. And then this whole load management bullshit, it became a joke. I think a lot of things were tied into to the betting. Betting is so open and prevalent right now. A lot of things, are literally tied into that.
mm.
It's become open.
I've always thought the drawback of the American sports system is that it doesn't really punish failure in the way that it probably should.
Yeah. That's why you have teams that have been generational losers, like the fucking Cleveland Browns.
Mm.
They've never won shit. They've never been good. They've only been hot for like a second and then it dies down. And then but they're there every year.
Yeah, because the league is such in that every team makes money, so there's actually no real incentive to actually get better.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I get excited when I see somebody that, hasn't won in ages win. You know, like when who was it? When the Royals won, when they won the championship, like now it's like way back when. But that was exciting. I mean, even when the Diamondbacks did it, and and they had Schilling and Johnson. That was like one of the craziest pitching duos in history. You know, it's exciting.
All right. So I need to back up to to Gav's question. I am not doing the Spain game. I
I can't see the chat.
now Gav asked 20 minutes ago if I was going to be doing the Spain game as well. Probably not. That's it. It's an 8 p.m. kickoff time, and if it was kicking off at 7, like yeah, I would have no problem saying I you know figure out how to set up the stream or not. But 8 o'clock, I will extremely start fading by halftime. I don't need I hate to do it because he's not here to defend himself, but I don't want to pull a Ryan and start just staring at the screen, falling asleep. I mean, we've like there's just been boring games. Like, I mean, he was fighting himself trying to stay awake on some of these games that we were covering, because like the Ivory Coast game, we ended up just ending that stream. I think at 70 minutes because there was no goals and neither team was looking like they were going to do anything productive. And then we talked about ending the stream, ended it, and then like 5 minutes later, Ivory Coast
they scored it.
win it. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
right.
wait, no. All right, so this is 2 hours old, 3 hours old, but Goncalo, I think, Gonçalo Ramos to AC Milan. Here we go. Portuguese player. Signed up for 50 million euros. Fees will be over the 50 million with add-ons, breaking the Leao deal. Why can't go the PSG backup striker? That's the best way to put it.
Where is he going?
He's going to AC Milan. Yeah, so
Wow,
he
that's a
came.
good signing for them.
Yeah, he came on in the 90th minute in the Champions League final for Dembele because Dembele was injured.
He's being wasted at PSG.
Yeah, sitting behind Dembele.
I wonder how much longer AC Milan are gonna hold out for Santi Jimenez to come good before they send them out.
hmm Someone on Twitter said this is why we don't let Serie A clubs have money, because they just spent at least 50 mil on him.
But they had to, that and it's a reasonable signing. It's one that has the potential to be very good for them.
Yeah.
Ooh. Leeds are coming to America.
Yeah.
Really?
Leeds on the 25th of July. Leeds will be playing Wrexham at the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa.
Oh, that's too far from me to even consider.
It's a nice stadium.
That's the one with the pirate ship, isn't it?
Yeah. So Leeds are playing FC Augsburg on Saturday, August 15th at Elland Road. And then when are they playing in Tampa?
July the 25th.
All right, so first their World Cup ends. Players will then have some relaxation time if they were at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Before the team themselves travel to Tampa. Play probably come at least 2 days before. Try and fight the jet lag. Train the day before the game out day after, probably traveling back to England to get ready for the game at Elland Road.
what I believe is going to happen, obviously I'm not involved, but to know this, but I suspect that the players that actually are at the World Cup won't be joining the Leeds team in America again, because why would you come all the way back to England to then go all the way back to where you just spent a month?
Yeah.
But Leeds will be there because Leeds are playing against Sunderland on the 30th at the Sports Illustrated Stadium in New Jersey, which is that's the stadium I've only just heard about 15 seconds ago.
I was
Um,
gonna say the same. The same.
What? Wait. Where are they playing? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
the Sports Illustrated
It is,
Stadium in New Jersey.
what is that, like a training ground? The fuck?
Mm.
I've only just heard of it when I just read it on the Leeds website. But we're
Oh,
also then playing at Soldier Field against Liverpool on the
In
second.
Chicago.
the
Yeah,
former home of the Bears.
yeah.
I
That
I
will be.
very well. They are. Has that move actually happened that they are starting the construction for the Chicago Bears' new stadium in Indiana?
That's crazy. It's only like 15 miles down the road too from
Yeah, it's to benefit for tax purposes. Um,
the Indiana Bears.
no, see, that's the thing. Like they will still very much be the Chicago Bears, like the New York Giants and the New York Jets are New
Y-
York and not New Jersey.
Yeah,
Because
that's
honestly, who the
terrible.
fuck wants to be called? I'm the New Jersey Giants.
That is so terrible. And that hasn't made sense to me ever since I was a kid.
What the New York?
Yeah, how both our football teams played in the same stadium in New Jersey. It just made
I
no
think
sense.
I think there is some there from an ownership perspective. I think there is some sort of tax reprieve to be playing across the bridge in New Jersey. Because like you think about the NWSL team, Gotham. Gotham is the New York slash New Jersey Gotham, like that it's NY slash NJ Gotham.
Right. They should be like the team should be like the tri-state area, because it's like New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. It's basically what it is, the whole tri-state area.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
Game is.
happy the city, the NYCFC are getting their own grounds. It's
Oh,
opening
they are.
soon. It's in Queens.
I'll be right back. I need food.
Oh, Tom, you saw Supergirl, right?
I did. It was
So
all right.
it was all right. It was all right.
I'm a very generous film critic. Like, a film has to be really bad for me to. No. I'll put it another way. A film has to be really boring for me to dislike it. And Supergirl's not boring, but you watch it and you come out, and the further away you get from the movie, the worse it gets. But really, it's just bang average. Like, it's fine. A lot of it,
Er,
it's just like a CGI fest to some extent.
I rewatched Superman last night so I can watch Supergirl today, and
Yeah,
I don't even know why I did that because I was like, oh, I didn't miss much. I pretty much remembered the whole thing, and she was pretty useless. She comes at the end because she was fucking partying off world while everything was all going to shit. And then I was like, they're gonna base a whole movie off of this character. I was like, well, let's see how it goes. So that's what I'm doing later on today.
I
Don't
just,
have much
I,
hope for it.
yeah, I just enjoy just sitting in the cinema and not being disturbed for 2 hours. It's the main reason I do it, because then I just get to watch a movie and not sit on my phone. It's probably the most time in a week where I'm not on my phone. When the more I think about it,
The new season 2 of Avatar came out on Netflix, right?
um, in England it's on Disney Plus.
Oh, it's
So
on Disney Plus for you guys. Okay.
yeah, because obviously the
Is it
rights
on
and
Disney
stuff.
Plus for me too then? Or is it
It
on
probably will
Netflix?
be.
I saw that it came out, but I wasn't sure on what platform it was on. Second half is back. about hitting the 46th minute right now.
Yeah.
Have you
Um.
started watching the new Avatar season?
I have not, not yet, not yet.
That might be a tonight thing if the Uruguay Spain game gets boring.
Yeah, right. Definitely. I will definitely be throwing. I'm gonna watch it at some point today. I'm gonna watch the first episode. So what I've been hooked on personally is on AMC. They're doing like the Anne Rice books, but in TV series. So right now they're on the Vampire Lestat, and that's what I'm on right now. I'm on episode 3 right now. Of that that's so good. It's good stuff. If you're an Anne Rice fan.
I did see the new Avatar movie at the cinema on. I think it was on Christmas Eve. I watched it, and I remember just sitting there thinking, "This is a long ass movie." I think it's like 3 hours, and if it's not 3 hours, it's bloody close to it.
Are you talking about the James Cameron Avatar?
Yes.
Yeah. I can't stand. The first one was good. I never watched the second or the third.
Yeah, it's very much a like look at what humans are doing to the planet in
Basically,
and then
it's
taking
like
9 hours to
Ferngully.
film it.
Is it like Ferngully, but in with humans?
I suppose it is. It's done well, but eventually it's very what's the best way of putting it?
Did they just give a penalty?
I'll
I
find
think they
out
might
right
have just given
now.
a penalty. I that might
No.
yeah, it might be a penalty
Oh,
from Oscar
the
Bob
the
Teoscar
ref
Hernandez.
had a good look. The
Uh,
ref had a good look. He pointed to the spot automatically.
wait, I'm sorry. Do we have double English referees happening right now?
Theo
Mhm.
Hernandez. I mean, that doesn't. Let me see. That doesn't look. Oh,
We do. He has given.
oh.
Michael Oliver has given the penalty. We have double English referees for this group. This last day for the group. We've got
Man,
Anthony Taylor in the other game. We've got Michael Oliver on this one.
I don't know what a pen is anymore because for me, that's not a penalty.
It's the did he play the ball? What did you think of Ochoa coming on, getting a last hurrah?
I thought that was great. I thought that was great. I thought
I
that
thought
was
that was pure class.
fantastic.
That was pure
I
class
thought
from
like,
Mexico to do
yeah,
that.
that's how you treat one of your legendary players. That's how you do it right there.
Yo, I saw something. It's like Ochoa, Ronaldo, and Messi have now been at 6 World Cups, and then people are like, "Well, Ochoa doesn't count because he didn't play in his first World Cup." Do you know how hard it is to break through as the starting keeper, as being like your first World Cup tournament? Extremely hard. Let's see, Strand Larson gets it saved, dude. Another weak
Or
ass penalty.
another perfect example, the '94 World Cup, right? Ronaldo was included in the squad, but he didn't play. The original Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo.
Um, yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. It's interesting. Like on the women's side, you have Ashlyn Harris. She didn't play a single minute in the Women's World Cup. She still got a medal because she was the backup keeper. So I feel like for keepers, there's always like that little asterisk. Like, did Kepa deserve a Premier League medal? Some would say no because he didn't play a single minute, and he didn't really help the team out in the domestic cups to help them win cups. But he was still the keeper on the bench for almost every single match, if not every single match.
I wish we did things more like well, I wish did things more like the American sports do, where basically everybody on the team gets a ring.
Yeah.
Everybody on the team gets a ring, all the way down to
No,
the
one time
assistants.
shoot that. Don't pussyfoot
Everyone gets a
around with that.
yeah. Well, oh,
Strand
he should
Larson
have
fumbled that.
struck it.
Jesus, he should have buried that.
One too many passes.
Haaland would have
Come
buried.
on.
Haaland would have buried that.
All these extra touches is like watching Odegaard. It's like a team of 11 Odegaards playing. Just strike the ball.
Well, he only plays for Palace, so he went from Wolves to Palace. It was a step up, but not enough of one. Raul Jimenez going back to Wolves was an interesting one.
I think that's good. I think that's good for him. He's going someplace where the people still like him, they respect him, and he could just retire there.
Keep in mind, with his injury and things like that, it's probably going to suit him more the pace of the championship. Because I don't think people realise like while the championship is very difficult to be in and to get out of, but for a lot of the players, they're simply not as good.
So did his head just like cave in?
I believe that's what happened.
His skull cracked.
Mm.
Okay.
Did he have to wear a thing over his head like Peter Cech used to?
As we say, he was skull fucked.
I mean, we'll put this back in the air fryer.
But it's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive his comeback though. Coming back from that injury, to still score the goals that he scored is pretty good.
I think it's always interesting having players come back from injury like that. To be able to come back from injuries and not really like lose your touch on it.
Yeah. But then you have players like Ericsson that rely on a pacemaker, which I think is crazy. I don't think he should be risking his life at this point, pushing himself.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
See, Norway have a corner here. Let's see if they can do anything productive with it. Oh! Someone got their head to it. Ostergaard got his head to it. It went far post, and the guy that was at the far post just missed it. To be able to get it maybe back into the back of the net. Norway are trying to fight back here.
What I would have found would have been a cooler way to fight back would have been scoring the penalty you were given.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'll give them their due if they're still going for it.
Penalty would have gotten them right back in it. But...
Oh, that would have changed it. That would have changed things. A goal right now would undo the penalty miss to some degree.
Yeah, I think if Norway are going to try and equalize here soon, or try and get something out of this, they need to get a goal here in the next 5 minutes.
I do like this Norway kit. Like having the actual flag on their kit is actually quite nice. To be fair to them,
At least
it goes really good. I'm just disappointed that Nike, out of all the kit makers, they didn't make long sleeve kits for these World Cup kits. They were just all short sleeve. Adidas made long sleeve kits. Leeds are actually getting long sleeve kits this season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that makes me so happy.
I'm probably gonna get one at Christmas. The new. Have you seen the new Leeds away kit?
No.
I want to say I have, but I want to say I probably haven't. It's
I'll get a photo of it. It's very nice, to be fair.
yeah, bring it up, bring it up.
It's kind of a retro kit. Well, like most Leeds away kits these days. Leeds away kits. Give me a second.
They stuck with the yellow and blue, right?
Yeah, we've gone with a yellow shirt, but it's more of the don't know if it shows up there, but
Yeah,
it's
that's the one I was.
the
All
old
right.
badge.
Okay, so I saw that and I meant to talk to you about that because I was like, I figured you'd be happy because there's no more fucking red in the bowls.
But to be fair, they don't put the red on the away kits because like even on
Okay.
this one from the championship, it's still blue.
Ah,
But on the home kit, they have
they
the
do.
ball in red. Yeah,
That's what makes
I
it
think
stand.
it's more
Ah,
of a like a I don't know what the word is, like a compromise that the fans will tolerate, I suppose, because the away kits tend to be nicer than the home kit.
yeah, the away kits are nice. But I like how you guys keep to the tradition, of those away kits. And like,
Hmm.
look what Arsenal do. Arsenal just fucking go for a whole mix of
Oh,
stuff.
they're going for the throwback blackout kit though. The JVC home kit.
The 91, yeah, the 91, the one
Yeah,
we won the 91 championship.
and making it a blackout kit. God, they're gonna take all my money if they release that.
It is actually really, really nice. I'm happy with what, they're doing. But I'd also like to see more teams get more more manufacturers. Like I think Hummel, Umbro, Kappa, those are all nice. And even here at the World Cup, certain teams are bringing out manufacturers that you haven't seen in ages. Like one of these teams, I want to say, I don't know if it's Cape Verde or I know it's not the Haiti. It's one of these teams, but they brought back the manufacturers, the Kelme, the Kelme,
Okay,
and they're like I haven't seen one of those kits in a long time.
Holland must be watching this, thinking, "I wonder how
What?
many goals I could have had." Because
You,
defending is not an option in today's game. It feels like.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
think
an
if
open
Holland's
game.
gonna
They're
come
not
on the
taking
pitch
no
right now,
chances.
France are kind of letting Norway just have the ball, and Norway are actually driving forward quite well. I think if they had Holland on the bench, or sorry, Holland on the pitch, change it up very quickly.
Did anybody watch the USA versus Turkey last night?
I watched the first half, and then I tried to stay up for the rest of it, but I couldn't.
I did
That was an interesting one.
Oops.
my World Cup tradition this year has basically been I wake up in the morning, I watch the highlights of the games that happened at 2 a.m. UK time, and then get on with the rest of the day.
2-0 Senegal.
Oh
That's
shit, it's over.
it's over for Scotland. Likely very over for Scotland.
So just do excuse me for a minute, please.
Yep.
Unacceptable, but okay.
Dembele again. Oh,
Ulise has been fairly quiet on the ball. Um, I think Ulise would do. I honestly, for France, like give more touches to Ulise, but take Dembele off. Put Ulise out wide like he plays for Bayern. Um, Instead of no lineups.
yeah, but truthfully, why didn't Turkey start?
Cherokee hasn't started all tournament,
Yeah, this would have been a
and
good game, to give him some minutes.
yeah,
You could have started Cherky. You could have started Mateta up top. They didn't have to risk Dembele. They didn't have to risk, most of these players because they have similar quality just sitting on the bench.
I mean, the fact that like it was released in the morning, Eastern time, that Norway were likely going to be starting their B team and resting Haaland and Odegaard and all of them. Like France should have done the same thing. To I mean, you're kind of putting Dembele and Mbappe at risk of getting injured. And
Basically,
I think if Mbappe and Dembele are down injured and out injured for one game, that could be France's tournament over.
yeah, I don't know who pushed. I don't know if Mbappe, because Mbappe is like this diva type, this polarizing player. So I don't know if he had a say as to, you know, trying to keep pace with, with Messi, because Messi already broke the record. So basically, he's looking at this game as a stat padding game, possibly, to get his numbers right back up there.
Due
But who
tries to
knows?
rainbow flick it, and
But truthfully, with Dembele is one that they should have been taking, a lot more care with.
that's what I'm saying. Like they should have taken Dembele off at halftime. Like, dude, you got a hat trick in the first half.
Senegal have scored again. 3-0.
Three?
Three?
Wow.
Oh wow! I think that second goal completely opened it up for Iraq to just fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
Dewey actually attempted the rainbow flick. That's crazy. So I saw Romario talking, and he was like, "Oh, back in '94, Brazil won it for Romario. In 2002, they won it for Ronaldo. So now, they have to go and win it for Neymar. Like, they're not gonna do anything with Neymar, man. He's hurt. He's broken.
He came on though. He played I think 20 minutes
I think they're
yesterday.
forcing it. I think they're forcing it for no reason. Like they already get on fine without him.
France Mbappe block shot. France are now like we're done playing with our food. It's time for us to just go to town.
Dembele has 2 goals. Who scored the third for France?
I'm trying to figure that.
Dembele
Uh,
got all three.
He
Papa
has a hat trick?
Johnny Dembele has a hat trick. Yeah,
Oh shit! Wow, I clearly missed
7,
that goal.
20, and 32. Yeah, hat-trick. I'm convinced across the 3 games I've seen this thus far, it's France's tournament to lose.
yeah.
Like, I don't want to go as far as to say they only have to turn up and win, but they are as close as it could get to. They pretty much need to
Here
just
you
turn
go.
up.
Barcola and Cherokee are coming on for Dembele and I don't know. They cut to a replay.
The fact they have Turkey on the bench is enough to tell me that they have got an embarrassment of riches in their squad.
Seriously, the fact that he's not even an option to start.
And
Let
again,
that sink in.
Elise is off and Dembele is off. Cherokee is on and Barcola are on. The fact that I mean this is a dead rubber game because if if they draw, both teams still advance and France still take top position. Like, yeah.
This is the most stacked team in the world right now.
Here you go. Charles says, and welcome to the chat here, Charles. 3 things certain in life: death, taxes, and les bleus creating chance after chance. Not wrong. The front did decide to kind of lay off a little bit. Yeah, they got their
Be
first
careful.
shots off in the second half after 9 minutes.
Like, bring on Mateta. Like, come on, what are they doing?
Charles87 in the chat says 3 things are certain in life: death, taxes, and the blues creating chances after chance.
Great, you can read after I just read.
Fair enough. My apologies. I just. I guess I just got that thing I'm used to from hosting YouTube shows. If something comes up on the chat, I'm legally obliged to read it like Ron Burgundy.
Uh,
I do it on Gary's show all the time. And he's like, "Why do you read that?" I'm like, "Because it's someone wrote it, so I'm going to say it." Oh, we've got another one from Charles.
would you like to read that one out?
I would love to, Catherine. Could you put it up on the screen, please?
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you. If William Rolls-Royce Saliba was there, Norway wouldn't get anything in this. I presume he meant Norway.
That is what NOR means. Norway.
Yep. Yeah, because this is literally on the screen for their abbreviation on the scoreline. Do you know that when Sweden play Denmark, it says Sweden, and the letters they don't use will say Denmark?
Yup. I always love little tidbits like that. The fun side of things. We are now in a hydration break. Mr. Tom, as the for all intents and purposes, the foreigner of the stream.
Fuck it, why not? Yeah.
Is ranch like not a thing in England?
Yeah, why is that?
Because like
It's not really.
I've seen like a lot of like Europeans, especially the English, be like English and I think Germans like ranch is this fantastic thing, and they want to like bring it with them everywhere. It's like ranch dressing, just not a thing in
Yeah.
Europe.
Is it sold in Europe?
I think some places that will like sell wings will have it as an option, but it's not really a thing. No.
So what do you guys primarily dip your wings in?
Or
I
anything.
personally will get them to put a barbecue sauce on it or something like that.
So you wouldn't get barbecue wings, then dip them in the ranch?
Nah, I would.
Oh, that's a good combination though. Barbecue sauce and ranch.
It's fucking amazing.
What is ranch sauce then?
I couldn't. Matter of fact, let me go get the bottle and I'll tell you exactly what it is.
I was gonna say like there's regular ranch and then there's buttermilk ranch. And buttermilk ranch, you use buttermilk as your base, and then I mean I don't know what else. It's ranch. Like I don't know what else to describe it as. It's ranch.
They have chipotle ranch. They have avocado ranch. They have ranch, anything. Let me see. Like right now, I have two in my fridge. I have Ken's Steakhouse buttermilk ranch, and I have the Taco Bell avocado ranch.
I have the Ken's buttermilk I'm using as my mozzarella dipping sauce because the marinara sauce that they gave me was not enough.
Ooh. It's
But
just,
what's in the buttermilk?
Steakhouse. Okay.
this,
Taco Bell.
Oh yeah,
10
you'd be
years ago,
surprised.
they opened a Taco Bell in England, so I was like, yeah, I'll try that.
You'd be surprised what the supermarket sells. I usually get the Buffalo Wild Wings honey barbecue sauce. They sell that at my local supermarket. Do they have that over there in England? The Buffalo Wild Wings?
I do believe They do have buffalo sauce here, but again, I rarely have it because
No,
I'm
Buffalo Wild Wings is a chain restaurant.
I was thinking more of the sauce. No, I don't think we've got Buffalo Wild Wings.
They're having what do you guys have over there? The popular the Nando's, that chain, the Nando's. They're having a pop up in New York,
Norway, Oscar Bob. Ah, gets saved.
and they're bringing that peri peri sauce.
Oh, I like the peri peri sauce. To be fair,
That should be a goal.
that that just randomly came out of
Oh,
nowhere in England. That peri peri sauce.
Here you go, Mr. Tom.
Ghost pepper wings are wildest in America. Sorry. America! I was thinking more like the South Park guys. America! Fuck yeah.
America, America.
That
Norway
movie is
corner
incredible.
in,
Sorry,
punch
just
out.
thinking of the Team America World Police. The best.
Telling you that scene with the little boy, he's just, he's walking through the streets of Paris. I'm telling you, that was so long ago, but it just makes you think. You just have to laugh. You have to laugh if you think about it. You just have to think about it and just laugh because everything is just all laid out right there for you. They even if you watch these movies, you watch South Park, if you watch The Simpsons, just all these shows, they drop real truths on you without you guys, realizing how true it is. You just
All
have to
right,
laugh. It's funny.
let me, as the person that has not been following football as long as either of you, is it allowed? So, Norway, they had the penalty. Would they have been allowed to make a substitution to bring Erling Haaland on to take the penalty, or would have he been subbed on after the penalty was taken?
I,
Depends on the
I,
ref, right?
I actually don't know the actual. I don't think that situation's actually occurred. It's a great question, but I don't actually know the answer. The only thing I can think of close to that is I think Chelsea were in a Carabao Cup final where they subbed on the goalie just before the penalty shootout was going to occur. But I don't know if that would occur with a striker just before penalty. It's a good question.
Or the other notable reference would be from the movie Mighty Ducks 2, where Goldberg was substituted for Julie the Cat Gaffney for the last penalty. You know, it happened in reverse fashion.
She was an incredible hockey goalie, and I don't care that it was just a movie. She earned her nickname of the cat.
Julie the Cat Gaffney.
I
Love
fucking
that
love
movie. That's
that
what.
movie.
Me too. I fucking love that movie. Oh, the Norway fans are doing the row.
And then there's two that the
Did the
girl,
couple
like,
just say they got married? They're engaged? What was that?
I don't know. He was wearing the ring. She was wearing the ring.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
makes
know.
me sick. Ugh. It was like
What, marriage?
happiness in general. No.
Um, no, because I think and the reason I asked that because oh, 4-0 Senegal.
Holy shit, another one.
Yeah, I don't think that Strand Larson has taken many penalties in his career, and if Norway, if you could make a substitution before a penalty is taken, and as long as Haaland was warmed up, or even Odegaard was warmed up for that matter, you know, substitute them on and have either one of them their first touches be the penalty.
Who's coming on? Who's that? Umpa Mankano's coming off and Konate's coming on. I have a lot of villains on my storied area. Got Cobra Commander, got Starscream, got Vegeta, Jon Snow, you know.
Backstabbing bitch.
He had to do it. He knew he had to do it. Everyone knew he had to do it.
I think
That woman was a
my biggest
monster.
like the thing that I hate about the ending of Game of Thrones is that sorry, that quite literally came out of nowhere. Like because Daenerys the entire time was like, I want to be a just ruler, a fair ruler, and not give into the madness, and I need my advisors to talk to me and tell me if I'm running into that madness, not, oh, I've gone mad, kill me. Like, so it's just like one of the most odd things. Like, if that was going to happen to anyone, I think it needed to go to Cersei, because let's be honest, she was a fucking bitch and deserved more than just having the building collapse on her.
I can't tell you how just disappointing it is just having to wait for the next, installment of the books to come out. It's just at this point, it's just I don't know, man. The way he does it, it makes no fucking sense. And you can tell where it went in like the last, since it gained popularity. He just went off in all sorts of directions and tangents where he doesn't even
Yep.
know what the fuck he's doing. And it kills everything because basically what you started off reading isn't isn't what the show is. It's a completely different, story in itself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like waiting for this next book, but so I will say I'm enjoying what they're doing with the going back in history, like, doing the older the older stuff,
Oh, House of the
like the
Dragon
house,
and
yeah, House of the Dragon. Yeah, I'm
and
loving that.
the night one. I don't think that's House
Yeah,
of the Dragon.
The new episode of the third season, that should have been the end of the previous season. Clearly,
basically that should have that's what exactly it should have been. They should have ended it with that.
I I need to finish watching the first season of House of the Dragon. Um, I think I watched the first two episodes after it goes into adulthood and then the change of actors. And then and it was getting to the point of me needing to remember to watch it Monday, but I was also not living on my own, and that was not something that one TV sharing the TV is very conducive to when only one person wants to watch it.
Candace said, "Fuck that! I'm getting my own place."
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. This game just became blah.
Yup.
It's just waiting for an Mbappe goal.
Mbappe's not. I mean, I think at this rate, Mbappe's not going to be scoring. France are really done. It seems to for me, it seems like France are just done attacking. They're just. I mean, look at that. Like they drove the ball forward, got into the opposition half, and now they're passing the ball backwards. Like, and it's back with the keeper. Like they want nothing to do with any of this. Oh, there we go. They're on the attack. Is that Barcola? Little cutback. No, dude, why didn't you? All right.
Who plays later on
He
today?
tries to shoot it, but he passes it right to the keeper, essentially. I think it goes out for a corner. He could have maybe tried to cut it back to Mbappe, because Mbappe would have been close, but he would have had a higher chance.
And that's who Arsenal want to bring in. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Truthfully, this is the first transfer window, the first year, the first season where I
Oh,
could lit I'm not really invested in none of the transfer talk. I could care less. I skip all the videos. I don't give two shits. After winning that championship, it's just like whatever happens, happens at this point.
breaking news. 27 minutes ago, Fabrizio tweeted out Reece James out for England with a hamstring injury. He'll miss the next two World Cup games.
Hamstring
Honestly,
injury. He's not coming back. He's
Nah,
not coming back.
and like take away the Arsenal and Leeds bias that the three of us have. Reece James is an injury-prone liability player.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
don't.
he's
I mean, I've really only been following the Premier League for 4 seasons, kind of five. I'll say 4.5 seasons, and for Arsenal in the Arsenal games, I don't think that Reece James has been fully fit or been available for 60% of the available minutes for an entire season.
yeah, he's cursed with the injuries. He's blessed with um amazing ability, but he's cursed with the injuries.
And honestly, like for me, depending on the opponents that he sometimes is playing against, it's just like an I don't care Like I don't care that I'm playing. Like I'd rather be doing anything else.
Yeah, it's really easy to hate him and his sister. It's really easy. You don't even have to try. You just naturally just fucking despise the two of them. But him as a player, man, he's a great player. He's a great player. The fact that he's a Chelsea player, it's like, oh, but those injuries. If he wasn't injury prone, he's his availability with his quality is top tier shit.
Put it this way: if Catherine's breaking news had been Reece James's fit, that would have actually shocked me. You told me Reece James was match fit, that would have been a surprise. Telling me that he's out injured for the next 2 games is pretty much so it's a regular Friday then.
All right, so this was Madrid zone. This is obviously not going to be happening at this point in time, but it was if France lose tonight, they will face Ivory Coast in the round of 32. In that case, France would face off again. If France win their round of 32 and Brazil win their round of 32, they would face each other in the round of 16. That would have been a clash and a half to see.
That'd be quite spicy. We're already getting a unique situation where South Africa are going to be playing the second host nation.
Where's South Africa playing? Mexico?
I think
Canada.
they're playing Canada.
Canada.
So now they need to get through Canada to then play the United States men's national team, and it'd be well done. You've played all three hosts in one World Cup.
So there's a potential where Canada could play the USA.
I have absolutely no idea. I mean, there's so many permutations with this, I didn't even bother looking it up.
Yeah, it's there's so many scenarios.
All right, so right now it'll be Canada. It is confirmed. South Africa versus Canada, and Netherlands versus Morocco. Those are confirmed fixtures. The winner of those games will face each other off in the round of 16. So let's see. As it stands is Portugal versus Ghana and Spain versus Austria. Winners of those face each other. Spain
What's
versus
coming up? Mateta's getting ready to come on.
too little, too late. I don't think he's going to be effective in 5 minutes. I mean, I think they could have taken off Doué, Olise, Dembele, and Mbappe at halftime, and they still would have been in the same position.
Yeah, they should have treated this basically knowing that Norway didn't put their best out there. They should have treated this like a preseason friendly, the way Norway was treating it. Just go out there, put on a show for the fans, but don't get hurt.
Yep. I think it will end up being. We have the confirmed schedule: confirmed schedule of Brazil versus Japan.
That's gonna
Five
be good.
Um, And after this reaches full time, it will be Ivory Coast versus Norway confirmed. Wild.
I'm telling you, I would have never known how popular, this beer is, because it's basically pushed the boundaries now with the sponsorship. You can see it everywhere, ultra, ultra. But I first realized where this beer became popular, wildly popular, and it's at my weekend job and at these quinceañeras or these parties, where the majority are, like Mexican base. So that's like a perfect beer to combine when they're like doing drugs or other things. Literally, you catch them with a Michelob in their hand and a little bag in the other. You know how many times I've caught these people in the bathrooms and
Ooh.
I've thrown them out. It's so, but I'm like, yo, why is that the combination? So I had to ask one of them one time. I was like, yo, why is it? And they were like, it does, you could drink like 20 of these, yo. And whereas other beer, 6, 10, got you, wasted. You drink 20 ultras and you're good to go. I was like, oh my God,
Oh,
back
what is
there,
it?
guys.
I think Miller Lite. You've got Miller Lite is just bread water. Um, I think Michelob's not that far off of it.
Yeah, it's basically it's highly concentrated, it's just all water basically. But people buy it. They buy it a lot. Doesn't taste good at all.
No, I imagine it doesn't. It smells atrocious. Oh, cool.
I keep looking at the
Generate
chat and
text and it's
seeing
on.
ghost pepper wings. What are ghost pepper wings?
I mean, it's gonna be your chicken wing covered in a ghost pepper sauce, so it's gonna be extremely hot.
I
Hmm.
think Burger King just had a recent special promotion, like a ghost pepper chicken, like seasoned chicken patty or whatnot. It's really hot.
Yeah, I think in
Yeah.
England, Burger King's latest promotion was like a Gordon Ramsay Wagyu burger, and I thought, nah, I'm not gonna
No,
pay £20 for a burger or whatever it is. I don't know the exact number. Don't quote me on that. But let's just say it's not 99 pence. It's probably really nice for what it is, but like, no, go fuck yourself, Ramsay.
basically trying to make Wagyu, commercial. Like, no, no. There's a
Yeah.
reason why it's special.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what they do to everything, don't they?
Hmm.
They do it to everything.
Find something special and then try to corrupt it with making a lesser version.
Yeah, only so that it can be spread out to the masses so everyone can experience that, when they're not really experiencing the authentic experience. They're selling your lies and dreams.
I thought Senegal were gonna go for another one here. 5 minutes added into this game. There's still 4 minutes before I know how much stoppages in the Senegal game. There was 9 minutes added at the end of the first half for the VAR check, as well as the keeper had gotten injured and had to be replaced at halftime.
I would also say, speaking for everyone, here at the Mr. Arsenal podcast, we do not support frauds. So every jersey that you see on this panel is actually an real and authentic top. All right? Just want you guys, it's real classy over here. It's how the Arsenal do. We keep it real classy.
Are you saying you didn't get that off of DH Gate?
Not at all. Not at all. This one right here. This I got this. I want to say back in 2019, and I paid 140.
Damn.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, nowadays it's probably going for like 210.
easy. Yeah, the prices only go up.
I bet you could sell it nowadays and get even money for it, and have the person you're selling it to pay for the shipping.
Yeah, I mean, easy right now. If I was to throw this one out there, I'll throw it out there for 175. If I, but I would never. I'm not doing that. I'm just nah. I would have wanted to pass them on to my kids, but none of my kids watch.
They
They
don't
could care less.
appreciate the sport.
Yeah, they could care less about sports in general.
That first 45 minutes was incredible. The next 45 minutes, not as incredible.
And it's
No,
crazy
the second half is so
because we
boring.
see this all the time. It happens all the time. You know, they pepper us up and then they just slow. It fizzles away.
Yeah. First half talking all about the football because it was excellent. Second half talking about ghost pepper wings and food because the football was shit.
I mean,
Yeah,
I say
considering
the
how
truth.
hot it is too over there, you know, they did go all out in that first half, and they probably. I think the heat exhaustion caught up with them.
all right,
Yeah.
let's see. First half, there was a total of 18 shots, 10 on target. Second half, 9 shots, 2 on target, with
Mm.
Norway having most of that. Oh, Due
Who made
four
it
one,
four?
4-1.
I'm about to catch up
So
right now.
I'm gonna take the blame on that one. Oh, sorry, Norway. I've basically jinxed you. And Senegal are now 5-0 up.
What?
I said that a while ago, but no one heard me.
Yeah, you
You
almost
said that?
certainly did.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Well,
Just
I'm a bit
Well,
stoned
I
too,
mean,
so don't mind.
yeah, it was an goal, 82nd minute goal by Indy.
I mean, I'm gonna nickname Catherine Stato because she knows all the stats.
I keep it pulled up for a reason.
Not even mocking you. It's just what I'm gonna call you because it's what you do. You know all the stats.
Mm-hmm. I try.
The stat master.
Yep.
Yep.
There are
We're
four more matches left tonight.
yeah. Um. Cape Verde versus Senegal. Or sorry, geez. Cape Verde versus Saudi Arabia and Uruguay versus Spain are on at 8 o'clock.
Oh,
Those
that's a banger right there.
the Uruguay Spain one.
Yeah, Uruguay, Spain. That's a banger right there.
Where's
I'll
this?
be fair. I actually think the better game's going to be Cape Verde versus Saudi Arabia because they've got something to play for, whereas Uruguay and Spain are just going to.
They hate each other actually. So I want to see if anybody gets a red card. If the spiciness, the fights in that Uruguay Spain is gonna be intense.
Yeah. So those are on at 8 o'clock, and Cape Verde's playing in Houston. Uruguay's playing in Guadalajara, and then
Bella, white.
and then we've got Egypt versus Iran being played in Seattle, and New Zealand versus Belgium is in Vancouver. Those are 11 p.m. So, funny thing about the Egypt Iran game, it is we are at full time here for France versus Norway or Norway versus France. The funny thing about the Egypt Iran game is that not only is it
Bella.
the um, Seattle Pride Festival. It is also the FIFA dubbed Pride match of the World Cup.
Oh,
Wow.
that's today.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So Iran were making some pretty, big threats there. It was like they're saying that we won't play or something. So we'll see what happens.
It's gonna be an interesting one. I think like FIFA have even come out and said like because it's freedom. I don't want to say freedom of speech, but because we're promoting inclusivity, and that is kind of what the World Cup is about. Like you can bring in pride flags into the stadium, and it's going to be very interesting for the fans. And you know, when during the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, they were like, "Yeah, we aren't going to have any like no pride, anything,
Yep.
nothing. Don't exclude it. Like that's it, done. Don't do anything more on that." Because it goes against our country's beliefs. Well, it may go against the countries that are playing's belief, but they aren't the ones that are hosting the World Cup. So
Yeah.
they can't dictate to FIFA what is and isn't allowed. Um,
FIFA would just
so
hit them with a forfeit. They just hit them with the forfeit. What is it? What's the forfeit these days? A mandatory 3-0 loss?
I think that is what would, but obviously the fine that would be levied on you would be massive, I imagine.
I
To the
mean,
point where it's probably just easier to just play the match.
Egypt are
Yeah,
have four
basically.
can Egypt have 4 points at the top of the group. Then you have Iran at two. Then you have Belgium at two. So Belgium actually have something to play for. New Zealand have something. If New Zealand beat Belgium, that puts them on 4 points. New Zealand could top or not top the group. New Zealand could finish second if um, Egypt win or draw. So there is everything to play for in the late night kickoff games today.
New
Um,
Zealand, New Zealand has been a bit of a surprise, yeah. Putting in that work.
yeah, they may only have the 1 point, but
From that draw, but that was a good game, right? That was with the Iran, the 2-2 draw, right? That was a good one.
yeah, yeah, because they had so Iran had the 0-0 draw against Belgium. Um, and then the 2-2 against New Zealand. So actually, the next game that kicks off in 3 hours, those two games, and then the ones that kick off in 6 hours, everything to play for in those groups. Like,
Yeah.
if Uruguay beats Spain, they top the group. If Cape Verde beats Saudi Arabia um, and Spain and Uruguay draw, Cape Verde could be finishing second. Uh, Spain would still have 5 points. Cape Verde would have 5 points, but Spain have scored more goals. If Cape Verde beats Saudi Arabia 3-0 and Spain and Uruguay draw 0-0, that puts Cape Verde at the top. Um, Saudi Arabia have a draw; they have a point. So if they win, that jumps them above Uruguay if Uruguay gets anything other than a win. Um, so everything to play for there. Um, see, Jay.
What's the story with these pink boots? Everybody has on pink boots.
So there was a whole thing on it, and I think the Athletic was the one that released it.
They're like a bunch of flamingos.
Yeah, so like historically, the brighter the boots, the better the player. So on a France's team, you would really only have like probably Mbappe and Dembele wearing the bright colored boots. Everyone else would be wearing the black boots, and um, it's something to like a psychological thing. Like the brighter the boots are, the more confident the players get in their performances. Even goes so far as to say that players feel even more confident when they're wearing bright pink boots over bright orange or bright yellow.
For real? Oh well,
Mhm.
if you base it on Dragon Ball Z, like the first one, the yellow Super Saiyan, but then you go red or blue, it's even more powerful than a Super Saiyan. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy. That's like a skill, like the better you play, the more your boots glow.
yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, second half was fairly boring for the France game. It was not boring at all for the Senegal game. Senegal had 18 shots, 10 on target just in the second half. They scored 4 goals in the second half. Um, they
So,
did they did score. Senegal scored the first goal before the red card was dished out
hmm.
in the 13th minute.
So 5 minutes after the end of the game, what is the suitable time between the end of a football match to then ask Sam if he regrets basically watching the football match instead of doing my show on Friday night?
Or he should have just watched it with us.
He really should have, but he doesn't like doing football watch-alongs.
I could understand the spoilers.
Yeah, that's basically why. Because he hates basically not being the person that's got the what's the word, the live feed first, basically, which I
Right. I
understand.
mean, it ruins, when you have expectations and excitement, you wanna
Yeah,
be able
yeah,
to
yeah.
fucking view it. Yeah.
Oh no, no, I totally get it. In all seriousness,
No, but he still deserves to get some shit because they lost. So what do we say to Sam?
mm.
Chin up, mate, chin up.
Always gotta love some of this stuff. Hmm.
I'm probably gonna start cooking dinner.
Yeah, I'm trying
What's
to
on the
see.
menu?
Well, I have a bunch of I brought like a pack and it had like 14 chicken breasts in it. So I think I'm down to like probably like 4 chicken breasts. So I have like 5 days before it says that the date. So I'm probably just gonna use that. The easiest thing is like just chop them in strips, cook them with onions and peppers, and just fajita, and just good to go from there.
That is the way
Okay.
to go.
Yeah, when I'm lazy and I don't want to do anything, it's just
That's why I had the
taking.
mozzarella sticks. Very nutritious.
Yeah. Earlier, I made myself a pancake. I thought that was too much work.
All right. Well, any parting words that either of you have before I hit end, and it's gonna do an abrupt end for those of you that are watching it. You're not gonna get a theme tune or anything. Any parting words from the two of you?
No, no, please, Felix, please.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you too. It's been a pleasure and a privilege. It was fun. I'm
It was nice
glad.
to have you on.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to do this. Hopefully, we can do some more. And yeah, appreciate everybody that came by. I couldn't see any of your comments. Sorry, I'm still working this thing. It's on my phone. I'm gonna see if I hook up the laptop for next time, and that should be a better experience. But I want to say thank you too, and thank you to everybody.
I should see all the comments saying you're a fucker, VX. You should see them all. Amazing. I had to have them all banned to the point where even when you go back on, you won't be able to see it. But that's fine. It's fine. Am I joking? No, in all seriousness, it was good fun. I enjoyed sitting here. It was genuine fun because other than that, I would have basically just not been. I'd been watching the game, but not sat on the internet. So
Yeah,
you know,
well, thank you for the two of you for joining me. Otherwise, it could have been kind of boring in the end of it, given how the second half ended up turning out in here, and I would have looked like a absolute loony talking to myself if no one was in the comments.
I'd have only
Nah,
saying
it's rough.
asking
It's
silly
rough.
questions.
I give you guys credit, because you guys go on camera and do this. Here, I'm like sat on my couch by myself, just watching these games, back after, so, but you guys are actually on camera in front of millions and millions and millions of viewers, so kudos to you guys because you guys show up.
Yeah.
Oh,
In a shocking turn of events, Dembele was named the Michelob Ultra Superior Man of the Match. A shock, I know.
yeah. When my WrestleMania 4 stream got 400 views, I started googling. How do you know when you're a celebrity? Oh, am I joking? But no, seriously, it's surprisingly difficult to sit on a stream when no one else is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Catherine discovered the other night when Ryan went and fell in his own toilet. He wouldn't say that's what he did, but it's totally what he did.
Now the Germany game that I was hosting, that was an interesting one to start off with, and then Liam had joined and he couldn't get his microphone to work, but you know what, his camera was there, and we were giving the people what they wanted of seeing Liam. So it is what it is sometimes. I mean, Ryan's done plenty by himself, so but
I've always, I've
until
always, I've always said this, Catherine. I give Ryan his full respect full respect because he will sit on stream and by himself and talk about the football, and that's
Yeah.
surprisingly difficult
Yep.
because just you'll be surprised how difficult it is to talk about, even if you're an expert on the subject. When you've got no one to bounce off what you're saying, it's very difficult to then. It's a lot easier
Yeah.
when people are actually in the chat, obviously, because then you
It's
just
like your
chat.
brain turns off when you're put on the spot to try to come up with
Mhm.
Yeah,
something. Like, but when you're not on the spot, you got a million and one ideas. But at that moment in time, oh fuck me, I can't even think right now.
yeah, your brain just goes blank.
It
Yeah,
sounds it sounds
exactly.
like you need to get some food in your system.
Oh yeah, no, no, I'm just saying like that'll be that's what happens, but yeah,
Yeah.
but I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. All
Until
right.
next time.
Yeah. Until next time. I would end this the way that Ryan usually does, but I'm just not gonna cheer on England right now. So, you know, I'll go back to club side as always. Come on, Arsenal.